Welcome to the Enlightrepreneurs podcast. We have a great episode here for you today. I'm here with my business partner, Dave Gold. Dave, give a wave to the fans. And we have Chris Harol from Coworking Station in Holly Springs here with us today. Chris, so good to have you.
Yes, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
So we have you on at a really interesting time. I mean, it's May 13th. We're right in the middle of this coronavirus pandemic and figuring it all out. What's your story, though? How did you end up in the co-working world in the first place?
Sure. So a little background on me and my company here. My brother and I, John, are business partners. We started co-working back in 2016. We're both kind of serial entrepreneurs. We have a few different companies that we own together. But our original company where we kind of got everything started was a company called Lighthouse Lab Services. That was about 15 years ago. We started that company, and it's a company that caters to the clinical lab industry. And we started by doing some recruiting in that industry. Then we expanded and started doing consulting and helping start new laboratories, build them from scratch, offering all kinds of consulting services, and then eventually moved to helping broker deals, buying and selling laboratories as well. But we built that company up pretty successfully, and in November of 2019, we were able to sell that company to venture capital, and I was lucky enough to be able to take an exit at that time and focus my energies here at Coworking. My brother's still kind of focusing on the new company or with the new company. So this is kind of the first time I'm getting to focus all my time and energy to Coworking Station.
Oh, that's gotta feel nice. And what's it like working with your brother? You know, that
great.
Can be interesting.
It can, it's definitely an interesting dynamic. The first question almost anyone asks us when they meet us is, "Oh, you guys must fight like cats and dogs and whatnot," which is actually not true. For the most part, we get along. We had our issues growing up as kids and whatnot, but now that we're grown adults, we seem to get along pretty well, and we balance each other out pretty nicely.
The question I have is, who's the alpha?
Oh, that's a good question. So I'm not sure if this will answer that question, but you can surmise from it what you will. But in the between my brother and I's relationship, we call him the dreamer and I'm the dream crusher. So he is the one that has an idea every 5 minutes, which is great. I'm an entrepreneur as well, and I have a lot of ideas too. But he wants to do anything and everything at all times, which is awesome. But I have to be the one that kind of has to be the number cruncher spreadsheet guy to say, you know what, this idea might be good, but these other 95, we can't do those because.
If we get part time to be the grown up in our room.
Yeah,
I do enjoy that. So I'm happy to help.
It kind of shifts day to day. Who gets to be the grown up?
Yeah.
That works. So what are you doing right now? What's the pivot for the Coworking Station? What are you thinking about? What's going on for your community there?
Sure. Yeah. So right now, we're in the midst of this whole COVID-19 thing. So we're trying to navigate that the best we can. We've just this Monday, we kind of partially opened back up to our members. Kind of our message has been, because at Coworking, we're really, between our different sites, we're a combination of 100 different companies. We're not really one company. So I don't really feel like it's my place to tell them what they can and cannot do, at least to a certain extent. So, we let our members know that the space is back open to the site, and if you feel that your company, falls into that phase 1 category of reopening, you are welcome to use the space. We did go pretty much rearranged all of our spaces. All the open areas, they are now socially distanced. No one can sit within 6 feet of each other. We are, wiping down, sanitizing multiple times every day. We're doing everything we can to prevent the spread of the virus, but also trying to allow our members the flexibility to get back into space if they feel like they need to.
So what's the vision for you guys? Aren't your traditional co-working space? What's the vision? What are you guys building as serial entrepreneurs? It seems like more than just an aggregation of entrepreneurs under one roof.
Right, sure. Yeah, we have 4 different locations now, 2 that we own and 2 that are more franchises of ours, and we actually have an affiliation and kind of a 5th location that's going to be opening up in London, actually, which will be our first kind of international location. But for us, we
cut out a little bit. Where's the other one opening?
It's actually going to be in London.
Okay.
So that one will not be, it'll be more of a franchise, and it's kind of some people that we partnered with that they kind of had a similar vision as we did and help them kind of get up and running and off the ground. And so we're going to have some synergies between the spaces where they can, use our space at no cost. Their members can anyways, and we'll be able to use theirs as well.
Whenever they're in town.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime you're stopping by London, you need to pop in real quick. You got a space to work right there.
Right,
so,
that's perfect. Big perks for the membership here.
Exactly. But yeah, so we're very heavily invested in the small business community, and that's really our focus with Coworking Station. We're not so much catered towards the corporate type client, but more so the small business, the freelancer, the entrepreneur that's kind of starting a new business. So we're kind of geared more towards that, and that's who we're trying to attract into our space. We have another project where we're building a mixed-use building in the downtown, the heart of the downtown of where we live, and it's all catered to mom and pop small businesses. We're not allowing any chains and corporate type settings to go in there, but really trying to do everything we can to attract the small guy.
Okay, I don't think we talked about your community. I don't think we mentioned that you're in Holly Springs.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, we're in Holly Springs, North Carolina. That's where I live and where our kind of flagship location is. We have 2 locations in Apex, and then we have another one in the Boston, Massachusetts area.
That's great. So what's next now in Holly Springs? What are you seeing for the city? Because I know you're deeply invested there. What's the pulse right now?
Sure. So right now there's been a big movement. It's a growing community. We've gone from in 1990 there was 900 people that lived here. By 2000 there was 9,000, and now we're closing in on 40,000 people that live here, which is still relatively small and compared to other cities, but it's been growing like crazy. So there's construction on every corner, and the business community is really starting to catch up with that. For a long time, everyone kind of went into Raleigh and Durham. We are seeing people kind of coming back to Holly Springs and having their offices in Holly Springs. So we're excited about that. And there is a very strong loyalty to local business in Holly Springs. So as I kind of mentioned to you guys before, we're building a building in downtown that's catering to the small businesses. And we're really doing everything we can to spur that growth. And so we're tripling the size of our co-working location. We have a 3,600 square foot location now. When we build this new building, it'll expand to about 11,000 square feet, and we'll have at least 3 times as much space as we currently have. So we're really looking to expand our footprint there.
That's beautiful. So what is the next event for you? I know you mentioned that you have some big stuff coming down tomorrow. What does that look like? Yeah,
so tomorrow we open up kind of our pre-leasing to our new space in Holly Springs to the general public. We have kind of opened that up internally to our current members, but tomorrow is the first time that we open that up to the public. We're going to be giving kind of a video broadcast, walking through that, and we've got a Facebook event going on. We have quite a few people signed up to tune in and watch that live. So we're really excited to see how that goes and to see what the demand is like from the general public. We've had a lot of interest so far. Hopefully that still stays strong with this whole COVID-19 thing going on. Sure. But we're looking at opening our doors in about October. So I'm hoping the landscape looks a lot different by then, but we'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens.
Sure.
So I have one more question, because we work with different co-working spaces, and everything you do is an extension of you and your brother, right? I mean, that's just who you are. That's your brand. You can't help it.
Right.
So what is it about your DNA that makes your co-working space unique?
I think this is going to sound a little bit cheesy, but
I set you up for a cheesy answer. So
I mean, you did. I agree, but the thing that my brother and I, the most important thing to us is character, is integrity. And like I said, we're not necessarily catered. We're not trying to be the big corporate guy. We're trying to be very real, very human. For us, it's all about giving the best possible customer service we can, doing everything we can to help these local small businesses grow, giving them every tool and resource they possibly need to do that. And we're not looking to land Apple's next headquarters, anything like that, or them as a client per se. So it's really about helping out the small guy. We started out as a small guy. We still consider ourselves a small guy and very family focused, community focused, and that's the type of people we attract to our space, and the people that seem to generally enjoy working in our space and thrive in our area.
Well, I got to tell you, I gave you a batting practice fastball and you knocked it out of the park.
Well, I appreciate that. But, I feel like when you answer that and say integrity, character, everyone says that, but we really try to, practice what we preach and really try to hammer that home throughout all of our businesses.
Right. You're living it, and that's the difference. Because when you live it and then say it, then it carries a certain resonance right there, that people can feel the weight of what you're saying. They're not just fluffy words.
Right, sure. And yeah, hopefully that's true. I don't want to be the person that says I'm full of integrity and character. I guess that's for someone else to decide if that's, true or not. But hopefully our members feel that way. And I feel like we've gotten that feedback and we've gotten that buy-in from our local community that's what they feel, that we're doing it for the right reasons.
Well, we're in your corner. We want to see you win. Thank you so much. How do people find your work?
Sure. You can visit us on coworkingstation.com. Like I said, we're going to be opening things up to the public pretty soon here, but I'm always available, always happy to talk to other local business owners, entrepreneurs. I love kind of networking and just hearing about what other people are doing and what they're doing to help out the local business community. So you can visit us online. Like I said, my name is Chris Harol, chris@coworkingstation.com. If you want to email me, 919-802-7767 is my number. Contact me every time. I always pick up my phone. I'm always happy to talk to other local business owners.
That's awesome. Thanks, Chris.
I got to say,